What is up, everybody, and welcome to a sort of mini episode of Swindler's Den presents Lost Song of Phandelver. This episode is going to be following Jeb, potentially the last time we see Jeb in this story. So it just didn't feel right to not have him show up again. And I also felt weird giving him his own segment in a full episode while the rest of the group kind of just sat around, because there's definitely needs to be a deep dive into Jeb and what's going on there for things to make sense in the end. So that's what we're doing today. I think this is going to be our first ever YouTube premiere, so that's exciting. So YouTube exclusive, Patreon exclusive kind of thing. I guess that kind of makes it not exclusive, huh? Whatever.
Sure, kind of exclusive. Half exclusive.
Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in today's special YouTube premiere. Here with me, of course, playing Jeb, the gnome druid, is...
Oh, it's me! I'm Equa, and I play Jeb the gnome druid.
And I am your Dungeon Master, Grizlocke. We are winding down on this series, and it's crazy to think about. But without further ado, let's talk about what's been going on with Jeb. Jeb has been traveling. He at the beginning of the story, toward the beginning of this season, Jeb found a way to enter the orb. And inside, he was greeted with this presence that spoke out to him, who didn't know quite who he was, or what he was doing. Jeb agreed, in a sense, to help him piece together his memories. Jeb went on all these different travels throughout this kind of dark space with this sand whipping in the air, down these winding roads, finding these little motes of light that each, when interacted with, gave Jeb a memory and an experience that belonged to that presence, that voice that was reaching out to Jeb. Eventually, it was pieced together that this presence was a elven man by the name, half-elven man by the name of Paladine, who was on a journey to defeat, or I guess he wasn't quite trying to defeat, but he was trying to sneak into Malastrix's lair, this super powerful dragon lord, on a distant world to our own. Sneak in with his team of fellow soldiers and spies to steal these eggs and make sure that there would not be any more hellspawn plaguing this landscape. So, the mission went fairly successfully. There was eggs destroyed, except one made it out through a mole in your organization, in your group, and was brought to a wizard's tower to be experimented on and raised to one day, hopefully, fight its own mother. Unfortunately, it didn't prove to be as effective raising this dragon as these sorcerers in this tower had believed. So Paladine, upon learning that he was betrayed, came up with a different solution and forged himself into this orb, into the several orbs, to capture the dragon lords of the area within. Sacrificing his own body, the dwarves and the sorcerers used his scales and flesh and magic within to craft the orbs and capture the dragon. The dragons. So, we find Jeb. He's gotten this final piece and pieced together all these memories for Paladine, whose last memory is telling his friends that they should no longer speak his name and for now on should call him Bahamut. Jeb, you come too. And we will go from there.
Thank you, Jeb. You have done me a great service.
But it's cool, you know. It's no problemo. So what do we do now?
I understand my purpose. It seems I have failed to contain him within. But there's still a chance he can be defeated. Tell me, Jeb, why are you still here?
Well, it's because I'm trapped here. Like there is no, I can't leave.
You saw as well as I. This orb was created to contain dragons, not people.
But what does that have to do with me? Like I can't. There's no doorway. Like it's not like I'm still too small. You know, I'm not as strong as a dragon, so I can't really bust out of here by force or anything. So like I don't know. Is there a window or something?
Do you truly wish to leave? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I'd like to leave. I mean, this is kind of a crappy place to be. It's just nothing but darkness and sand, and I haven't spoken to another person in... I don't really know how much time has gone by. It's hard to tell when there's no sun.
Then we must find what holds you here still.
Is it like is it like a shackle or something? I start inspecting my body, make sure that I'm not like manacled.
Okay.
Roll
me a investigation. Yeah, an investigation check.
+2, baby. Natural 20.
Ooh. You know, you do have like a memory of that weird time that Venom Fang sniffed you and kept calling you a dragon, but not quite a dragon. You didn't appear to be a dragon, but you smelled like a dragon. And you kind of had pieced together that it might be the burns left on your body.
I take a look at they're on my forearm, right?
Yeah.
Around my arm. I take a look at that. Are they still prominent?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe that is it then. Maybe it's like a marking to... If maybe I've got like it's his scent on me and the orb is thinking that I am him because of that. Maybe I just need to roll around in the mud a bunch.
Perhaps. Or perhaps it is your connection to him. If you wish to leave, you will have to sever that bond.
I'm sorry. I don't really know what that means. I don't think he's not talking to me, so we don't really have a bond at all. So it's not like, you know, we're not exactly friends right now. He's kind of been ghosting me for a little while.
That dragon is a very destructive force in the world. It is not your friend. It is not your ally. You have to be fully committed to getting rid of it.
So what does that mean for me? Because I don't really have anything of his apart from this marking.
I will help you leave the orb. But I must know that you are done serving Garrix.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's, not really... It's not really on my bucket list anymore. He kind of used me a little bit. Just, you know, as a question, though, with that, what is your stance on things burning?
There is a time and place.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there is plenty of time. Lots of time for burning stuff.
Roll me. Are you being truthful? Jeb does no longer want to have anything to do with this dragon, or are you being kind of like just saying it to get out of here?
I don't think he's saying it just to get out of here. I think he's being truthful. I think Jeb believes he's being truthful. That is what I will say. I think he believes what he's saying is correct.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, they're both the same modifier anyway, wouldn't have mattered. 14.
If your service to this dragon is truly over, then I will help you. But first, you must be tested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Need me to, like, incinerate something? Or make it toasty? I'm really good with fire.
At this point in time, you hear kind of like a crack and a flash of light. You've not experienced this yet while being in the orb. What episode did you go into the orb?
Last episode of Phandelver Season 1 / first episode of Phandelver Season 2.
No, sorry. This is, I know that's almost partial spoilers because you haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, you were talking about
in this orb,
okay.
like in this dark space with the wind whipping in your face. We'll say you might have experienced this before, this sound and this flash of light, but you weren't ever sure what it was. It happens again. This is the only second time you ever experienced this.
Okay. I'll take a look at the general direction. Because the voice is sourceless, right? So I just look at whatever is...
Yeah.
That will be your exit.
You hear that crack and that flash, followed by this roar of a dragon. As roll me a perception check.
Oh, I'm super good at these now. 11.
You see through the wind and debris. It's very hard to see. You see some sort of large mass. Kind of as your eyes adjust from the bright flash of light, you see something sort of move in that area. It seems maybe a couple miles off.
Do I have to kill that?
We will see when you get there.
Okay, yeah, sure, cool. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit, you know, get the joints going, that sort of thing. I cast create bonfire on the floor, make sure that my It's as bright as ever.
Yes. Yep. Still
Okay,
working.
cool. Yeah, I'll just make sure that Sticky is in my chest pocket, so that he's not in the danger zone.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of peek into your shirt, and a little Sticky gives you a little lick on the chin.
All right, buddy, this is our chance. Okay, let's go. And I start walking with my little gnome legs.
Okay. And you know that through this place, there's not too many actual dangers. Nothing's really jumped out at you on these adventures. However, on a rare occasion, you do hear and see this, like, sort of spirit of a dragon fly overhead, and you kind of duck and hide, and things like that. But you follow this winding road for a few miles, until just that happens again. A dragon is flying overhead and heading your direction. What do you do?
Is there any terrain around me that I could, I don't know, hide under?
Roll me a stealth check.
If there's no terrain, then I will minor illusion a rock over me. Because I am 2.5 feet tall, and I can do that. 15.
15. You try and find somewhere to duck behind. Unable to find one, though, you minor illusion a rock over you, and you feel fairly hidden. Let me roll perception on this dragon.
I hope it doesn't smell me.
Why am I forgetting what perception is tied to? It's okay. There we go.
Wisdom.
Okay. Jeb, you are laying there as this rock when you feel the earth beneath you, like, kind of jiggle a little as this large mass crashes and lands on all fours, only a few feet from you.
Oh shit! Fuck. Can I see through the illusion? Is it like transparent to me, but not transparent to them?
That seems fair. Yeah. And what you see is this massive white dragon with these blue kind of ribbons coming off of different areas, like the different spokes at the end of the wings, and like at the chin area. There's all these like blue kind of ribbons dangling from this dragon. It's thinner than the normal dragon, but it's still fairly large.
Mm-hmm. I whisper to Sticky, "Don't worry, it's an ice type. It must be weak to fire. We got this, buddy." And I stand up. I probably still don't even breach the rock because you can minor illusion a 5-foot cube. So I just stand up, stretch out, drop the cantrip. All right, mate. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think I've been come to destroy you. So, just
Who
hate
are
to do
you?
This. My name is Jeb, but you won't remember that once I'm through with you. And I crack my knuckles.
You dare to fight me? I came here looking for the one who killed me. I smelled him over here.
Oh, well, that's not me then. No, that's someone else. Who did kill you?
This giant head of this dragon, it slowly starts to kind of walk its way toward you. Its neck extends, and it takes in a big whiff You do smell like him. But you are not him.
You know what? Is he a big red fucker? Scaly, kind of sharp teeth and a really mean attitude, lots of talent for manipulating people.
Are you
Because
the
I do
one
know that guy.
they call Jeb?
Yes, I did just say that to you. That is my name. Nice to meet you, Mister.
I am the Guardian of Waterdeep,
I hate cities.
and your master has just destroyed my town.
I am very sorry to hear that. Fire must have been really big, huh?
Are you truly sorry? It's so hard to read Jeb. Or are
No,
you
I don't
being-
think he's really that sorry.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a formality.
Perhaps I should just kill you here.
Well, I mean, listen, I didn't destroy your town. You know, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I actually have nothing to do with this at all.
Your friends back home. One fights for you. The others seem unsure. Were you just a man who was tricked?
What do you mean
Or-
one? Which one?
A girl. Woman by the name of Aelin.
It's not Zorak? Why?
You turned into the dragon that destroyed his whole world.
Well, I didn't turn into him. He just kind of came out of an orb that I was holding.
Zorag trusted you with his life. And the trust that he put into you, in return, what did he get?
I didn't know that this was going to happen. It didn't tell me. That's not fair. You can't put that on me.
The dragon kind of walks, almost like circling you some. Well, do you regret your decision that day?
I mean, if they're hurt by it, then yeah.
You may continue. And the dragon lifts off with a mighty gust of wind beneath its wings. Flies past your face. Your hair all goes crazy back, which it already naturally does, but
Yeah.
And your path is free for you to keep continuing onward. Is there any final words you say as this dragon sails into the distance?
Anything to the dragon? No, I don't think so. I think he's kind of up in his head a little bit now. Jeb is never one to assume that anyone is lying. So that kind of hurt his feelings a bit. He's thinking about Zorak.
Put yourself into your friend's shoes. How would you feel right now?
I mean, I get it. I just thought that, like, I figured that friends would have each other's backs, you know? I haven't really had many, and I don't know, I didn't know that that was going to happen, and I don't want him to be mad at me.
You're almost there. Keep going.
Yeah. I will, Jeb will take a look back and contemplate for a brief moment whether he should be in the prison. And then keep going forward.
Okay. You eventually reach this more open area, this long stone road you've been following, that kind of just this whole time, like, it's almost like they're like floating like high up in the middle of nowhere. It's very strange. Everything here doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But as you reach the end of this, there's like a floating round area that's much bigger than the other places that you've been to. And in the center, there seems to be this sort of crack, ethereal-looking crack in the center that's floating maybe, 10 feet up or something like that.
Mm-hmm. 10 feet up, so I probably won't even be able to jump and reach that. It's the downside of playing a gnome. But I will walk up to the area, for sure.
Sorry, I didn't know if you needed a moment.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. So, as you approach this kind of crack, you hear once again this voice.
If you wish to be cleansed, you must undergo this final trial.
Okay. What do I have to do?
Roll me a perception check.
Please roll well, you fucker. Okay, better. 25.
What's going on? Tommy, now's not the time, dude.
Yeah, Tommy.
So, you see, as you question, what's this final task? You start to see this shadow on the ground moving around, and it comes from like the in front of you to the right and kind of whips around and is trying to make its way behind you. What do you do?
It's shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I conjure a flame in my hand and hold it up.
Okay. So you're like holding an action, or
yeah, kind of. I guess I would be casting. Can I hold this if it's produce flame? Produce flame is a cantrip. A flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration, which is 10 minutes, and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for additional 10 feet. Ends, you dismiss it as an action. You can also attack with the flame, although doing so ends with the spell. You can use an action or later. Okay, so use an action to hurl at the creature. So,
are you holding it to do an attack, or are you just using it as a light right now?
I am just using it as a light right now. It would be an action to throw it again.
Light up this fire, and as you do, this shadow that is on the ground, the light hits it, and it stops, and from the ground, the shadow starts to take a shape and kind of starts to form upward into a physical object.
Mm-hmm.
And before you is this black mass that starts to slowly take the form of a... let's actually roll for it. That'll be fun. Of a dwarven man carrying a hammer.
Okay.
The dwarven man, this is like, it's like a black shadowy form of one. You can't make out, you can make out detail, but there's not color besides the color black. It's like void, but it's like the shape of a person. And it begins to run at you at full speed with hammer in hand.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Yay! Jeb initiative. 13.
Okay, got an 18.
We don't need a tracker for this. We only just need to decide who goes first.
So, it gets to go first. It runs up to you with extreme speed. Zooms up and tries to crack you twice with this hammer. Oh, nat 1. And a 22.
Well, 22 hits.
So you feel this shadow runs up to you faster than it's moving faster than it looks like it should be for these tiny legs. It almost zips up to you like a ghost in a movie or something. As it brings this hammer down, and you kind of dodge out of the way just enough. You're small enough that you can nimbly move, but he comes back around with the other way with this maul and hits you in the back for 11 bludgeoning damage. Then it drops into the shadow again and starts to move around you. It's your turn.
Is it corporeal, or is it just a shadow on the ground?
Shadow on the ground.
Okay. Interesting. Is it right next to me, or is it a little further away?
It's within 5 feet. Sorry, it didn't move out of your threat range. It's just behind you now. Like it hit you, and then it like maneuvered to try and get like behind you.
Got you. Okay. So it's a shadow, so I can't do that one. I'm gonna throw out. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'm gonna throw out 3 scorching rays at it.
Okay.
Standard second level, so let's roll to hit 3 times. So the first one's a 23.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
The second one is a 19.
Hit.
And the third one is a 12.
That one does not hit.
So it takes 10 points of fire damage, is meh.
You shoot these scorching rays of flame down at the ground, and they do impact the ground, and they light up the area. And the first one hits, and when it does, this form shrieks and begins to morph and turn into another figure. This time, oh, you're fucked. This time, a human woman with this long, dark ponytail. Well, this human woman with a ponytail, everything's dark, who's holding this big, like four-pointed blade shaped like a star.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure the first time, but now I am.
Is that all?
That's my action. I don't think I have any bonus actions as Jeb. Fuck bards. They make you want to do everything all at once. Yes, okay, that is my turn.
Okay.
Give me a second, I want to go handle baby.
Yeah, no worry. So Jeb just took this thing out of its stealth, essentially. Its hide action by casting this fire magic on it and making it reform into a shape. So, never mind, I'm not getting sneak attack on you, so that doesn't matter.
I technically do still have Produce Flame up.
Oh, okay, you can hold that while casting other spells.
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes, it's not concentration.
Okay, this is good for you. Very good for you. So, this shape of this human woman with this long ponytail, actually kind of looks familiar to you, and I think you've already kind of figured it out. From the memories that you've experienced as you've touched these motes of light, she takes this big shuriken and tries to stab you in your back with it. So that's a 20 minus... Wait, why is the -5 happening by default?
Sharpshooter?
Sharpshooter. That's fine. It's a 15. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit. Yeah.
So why is it connect? It's connecting all sorts of damage. Don't pay attention to the 31 because that's poisoners. That's stealth. I don't know who.
Oh, right. You're just doing it sneak attack. Haha.
Yeah. So you have 11. You take 11 plus. I'm trying to figure out what's the sharpshooter roll. Plus 10.
Doesn't it add
to
10?
21? Yeah.
21. Okay. Yes. Got it.
Okay. This would be an action. It's gonna use its bonus action to disengage from you, and back up like 10 feet. How far does your light go from your thing?
Produce Flame is bright light for a 10-foot radius and dim light for another 10 beyond that. So bright light 10.
This thing disengages from you and zips backwards, never losing eye contact with you, 20 feet.
Okay.
It is now your go.
Okay. Jeb is feeling a little overwhelmed right now. I think I'm gonna drop a big boy. I think I'm gonna do it. Do I still have the metal staff that Zorak gave me? Did that come with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeb, holding the flame in one hand, brings up the staff and puts it down on the ground, face upright.
Okay.
And concentrates on it. And in that top part where the fire normally goes, there is a small, mote of light that gets brighter and brighter till it gets to be so bright that it sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. And a beam shoots out 5 foot wide, 60 feet long. I'm going to cast Sunbeam in the space where I last saw the shadow. Assuming that it went straight back, I'm casting it straight through there.
Absolutely. Cast away.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Ooh. 19.
19 does make. So I think it takes half as much damage and is not blinded, which is still a decent amount of damage. It takes 10 points of radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay. Very good.
I did not roll very well on that. And that beam stays. It's a concentration spell.
Got it. Can you move it or no?
You can move it on your turn. Yeah. You can redirect it to someone else. I believe. Or, well, the line doesn't move technically. The light stays, so there's light within 60 feet of me. And I just shoot beams out of it. So it's, I assume, 30 feet away.
Mm-hmm. No, it's like 21 feet away. 25. I guess if you want to do squares.
I'll stay where I am then. That's fine. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Its turn. You hit it with this massive beam ray, and it screeches once more out in pain. It dips into its shadow form and tries to move to the other side of you once more. It just keeps constantly like zipping around you in the shadow form and reappearing. Before this time, it comes up from underneath the ground, forms into this elven woman with this this sort of dragonoid, like small worm-like creature, dragonoid thing on her shoulders. She draws this bow and arrow and draws it back and begins to fire upon you.
Yeah.
26 and a 16.
Both of those hit.
12 and 5.
12 and 5, 17. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm looking rough.
Okay.
But I'm still standing.
That's good news. That's its turn.
Great, awesome. Okay. So, my question to you, Grizz, I think this is how it works. Since the casting of Sunbeam is an action, I gotta make concentration checks, don't I? Okay, I gotta be a 10 or half damage check, so I gotta be a 10 on both, right? That's how it works?
Yes, yep.
So 14 and a natural 20, so the Sunbeam's still up.
You're good to go.
Great. You can create a new line of radiance as your action on any turn until the spell ends. If I do that as my action, can I then cast another spell as a bonus action? Or is it just on Sunbeam?
So you're asking, is Sunbeam an action is essentially what you're asking me, right? Like,
so Sunbeam is an action, but to shoot out another line, does it count as casting another spell? Or could I cast out the line?
Oh, no, this is like, imagine you had a spiritual weapon up. It doesn't count as casting it again to use the attack once it's there. You know what I mean?
Really?
I would assume. So like with spiritual weapon, if I have a spiritual weapon, I've casted it already, it's in the field, I can use it as a bonus action usually. And it doesn't count as casting a spell each turn. It's just, you just control it. It's already out there. So I'm assuming that's how Sunbeam works, where like you cast a spell, it's there, and you can control it each turn.
Cool. So
casting.
Bonus action spells. I thought that... No, that's healing word. I don't have healing word. Well, some bitch. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna shoot it again.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot it again. So it's another con save for it.
Con save. Oh, that bounced out of my tree. Ooh, that's not as good. What is
The 17 DC.
Chivalry's on. That's a 6.
Awesome. Oh, this is great for me, dude. This is fantastic. So, she takes 31 points of radiant damage and is blinded.
Okay. Sweet. So, with a massive wail of pain, Chivalry, this elven woman that you recognize from these memories, like gets encompassed by this light, and you watch like as she tries to shift down into the ground into shadow form. Anything else you're doing?
Is there anything that I can climb on top of? Like you said that the rift was in the sky, but are there like rocks that are floating around it that I can jump up on?
You know what?
To prevent any melees from getting me?
You know what? I will roll a luck and see how... I rolled 100. So yes, there is. There's actually just like a perfect, like there's like a smaller rock kind of low, and then like a slightly bigger rock kind of slightly above that, and it's like a staircase of floating rocks.
I will move my little legs as fast as I can up there.
Okay.
To, I don't know, attempt to make melee a little harder if they're hitting me from below. But they're blinded, so it doesn't matter. That's my turn.
Okay. So, it seems as though, despite this creature supposed to be blind, it is not. It can see you still. You can tell because it's still directly looking your direction. As you ran away, it followed you, and it's now it is now beginning to form into this this man with this nice big sideburns that kind of come up into this thick mustache, clad in this armor, wielding a pike, and he starts to just make his way over toward you. How many rocks did you climb up? How high?
However many I could. I only have a movement of 25 feet.
You maybe got up like the first one then, because you had to run over to them and up them. So you're probably like up, 6 feet. You're not in that like normal square. You're like one square up, but not quite that high. Yeah. He is down below you. He's super far away, so he's gonna use his. He is gonna use his. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, he's a paladin. Never mind. Okay.
He be.
Yeah, for a second I was thinking he was just a fighter, so I was going to use his action surge. So he dashes up to you.
Sure.
Can he do anything on a bonus action? That's the question. Oh, hold on. Yeah, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, wisdom save? No problemo. This will be super, super good. Watch it. 14.
You fail. You look down at this creature trying to escape. And as you look down, your eyes connect. And you feel this compulsion to fight this thing. It has casted Compelled Duel on you.
Ah, okay. Cool. Good spell. Love it.
So that's its turn. Bonus action.
Okay. It's a shadow. Does it look like it's showing any wear and tear for being a shadow?
Oh, yeah. It's looking like you've done a number to it. There's kind of these parts of the shadow that are almost like ripped, and there's like maybe like this you see like a little bit of like this shadow dust kind of coming out of the rips.
Sure. Okay. Oh, there's so many things that I could do here against this thing. The problem is that it's all action, so I have to be really careful with what I do. Do I want to hit him? I know. Jeb knows, because Jeb was in the visions. So Jeb knows that he's a paladin.
Mhm.
So Jeb knows that he's probably pretty con heavy, right?
True.
So he's probably going to succeed on my sunbeam save. So what Jeb will do... Jeb's going to go for all reliable, I think. And Jeb is going to throw out a fireball at 4th level.
Okay.
Focused on it, but away from me. So that is a dex save for him. Oh, there's a 2 on my high level cast die. That's great.
DC 17 dex save. Let's see. He rolled a nat 1 with a +3.
Ooh, baby. So that's 37 points of fire damage.
Damn. Yeah, I think he's just gonna live this, yeah. So you drop this fireball onto his head. Once the fireball clears of the flame and smoke, this shape is looking almost more transparent and much weaker. Almost like it's having trouble keeping itself even in this world.
Awesome. That is gonna have to be my turn. Hope I can live one more hit.
Well, I'm rolling physical now, and that's gone a lot worse for me. Because I like the suspense.
Sure.
This thing has pole arm. I don't even think it has to get up there. Did you climb any more rocks to get further away?
Does compel duel mean that I cannot run away from
That's a
it?
good question. Let me double check.
Because that's the difference between, keeping
Right.
distance and... Because I'm throwing ranged spells, obviously.
You attempt to compel a creature into a duel. One creature you can see within range must have was thrown on failed save. The creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand for the duration. It has disadvantage on... Oh, it has disadvantage on attack rolls. That's fine because you didn't do one.
Yep.
On things other than you. I didn't read that for some reason. It must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. So if you...
I can't move more than 30 feet because my movement is 25, but I will continue to run up as max as I can.
Yeah, you run away up these rocks to get like a more advantageous position.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna attempt to climb the rocks. Actually, I don't think he has to. I haven't made you roll anything. So he starts making his way up these rocks. Let's see. You had some... You were like 5 feet. So he can probably just get up to you, unfortunately. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's good, bro. It's good.
I don't want him to kill you, but he might. Let's see.
He may well.
Glaive, here we go. He's going to attempt to strike you with his glaive. That is a 14.
Just hits.
Oh my god.
AC of
Pretty
13,
bad,
baby.
dude. Like I was like, oh, this might not hit him.
Yeah. No, it's good, bro.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 slashing damage as this glaive. This armored man works his way up these rocks. It's more like it's more like he sees the rocks, he turns into the shadow form and just you watch the shadow like slide up these rocks as he reforms in front of you into this this man, and then glaves for the, what did I say, 8 damage.
Yeah.
Gonna go for one more swing. So this is gonna hit as well.
Sure.
This
Sure.
one is 11 damage.
11 damage. I'm still up.
Okay. This form stands before you, barely holding on to existence. What would you like to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is roll my 2 con saves. So that's a success. And that's a fail. So the sunbeam goes down. I do still have the produce flame up.
Okay.
So there is still light around me.
Mm-hmm.
Sunbeam is gone. And he looks real rough right now.
Oh, yeah.
Is he... he's within melee range of me, so if I move,
Yes,
he's going to
he
get an
is.
attack opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So what Jeb will do... I actually have not used this spell before in any D&D game ever, which is surprising because it's the most common spell in the world. I am going to throw out a 3rd level Burning Hands.
Oh, okay. It's a dex save, right?
It is a dex save.
Okay. What is his... I don't know what his AC is. Or not his AC, his dex score. So, he rolled a 13 plus... Really gets plus 3? 16?
That fails by 1 point.
Really? Holy
1
shit.
point fails. He takes 24 points of fire damage.
Okay. Yeah. How do you want to eviscerate this thing? Once the flames start hitting him, he starts to peel away. How do you is there anything special you want to do?
Yeah, with the produce flame in one hand, I'll cup it so that it's pulling up, and I'll push my other hand into it and use it like a flamethrower, and just keep walking forward and pushing it down on him until he crumbles away, going down the steps.
Kind of falls to his knees, and you keep getting closer and pushing, and he's just burning away more and more, and these strips of the shadow get peeled back until there's nothing there.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
The adrenaline from the battle slowly starts to fade, and you begin to catch your breath before the voice chimes in once more.
Very well. I will help you leave.
Okay, thank you, because that was really hard.
Just know, from here on out, you are on your own.
Oh, okay. What, Where will you be?
I cannot leave this place.
Do you want me to help you get out?
This is my purpose. To contain this dragon.
I'm sorry that you have to stay here alone.
Sometimes sacrifices are in order to protect those you love most.
Yeah, well, thank you for helping me. And I hope that you have a good time in here.
Do not fall for his tricks again. For if I ever see you in here again, I will make sure you do not leave. This is a new chance, a new beginning for you. Use it wisely.
With that, you feel like a pain on your arms, and you look down, and the burn marks are starting to glow this white light. And after a quick singe of pain, the burns, once the light fades, are gone, and it's just your normal flesh there once more.
Thanks.
Your connection is severed. Touch that light, that crack there, and you will be returned. Thank you for your efforts. I now know my purpose.
Yeah, you too. And I will walk up the remaining rocks and hold my hand out to the crack.
So, you reach out and touch the crack, and when you do, you hear the loud sound of glass shattering as you get thrusted out of this orb, pushed away through this sort of, vortex of lights. For you feel yourself out, and you feel your body hit this cold, hard stone beneath you. As you kind of look about and take account of your situation, you see the large form of this red dragon not inches from you, resting.
Okay. I look around. What else do I see? Is anyone else in here?
You appear to be in some sort of cave of some sort. There does not appear to be anybody else besides you, this dragon. And if you take a moment, you feel this kind of sensation near your chest, kind of crawling around, that you would assume to be sticky.
Okay. I look at it. And I kind of think for a moment. This is the first time that Jeb has been face to face with the dragon, and I think he just kind of takes it in. And then he begins to turn around and just slowly walk away as quiet as he can.
So you begin to get up off this floor, and you realize as you begin to stand up, one, that your legs feel like jello. It feels like you have not used your body in a year. It's very difficult. And you realize, as you kind of feel your body and you're like, what is wrong with me? You start feeling, and you realize you're naked as the day you were born.
Cool. My dingley's dangling.
Yeah. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
I'm not very good at these anyway, to be honest. It's a 7.
Ooh. Hold on. I rolled really bad as the dragon. He's sleeping, but he's still...
It's hard to lose to a 7 as a dragon.
As you try to get your blood flowing back into your legs, you're rubbing your legs, you're trying to get them to work. You're like lifting one up and kind of trying to drag it into the next spot so you can work your way out of the cave. You do start to feel like the feeling is starting to come back some. And it's getting a little easier as you go. However, you do hear from behind...
Where are you going?
Oh, hey!
How? How?
You know what? It seems that you have underestimated my power.
Your power?
That's right, mine.
Who do you think grants you your power?
Well, like, some of it, not all of it, though.
Your nature gods threw you aside the day you swore allegiance to me.
We don't know that, though. Honestly, we don't. I haven't talked to him. You don't talk to him.
Then try.
I'm going to cast... I should do healing, because I'm really low on HP, but because it's Jeb, I will cast Entangle, not at the dragon, but off somewhere else in the cave.
Okay. First of all, does it have material components?
It does not. It's verbal and semantic.
Okay. You try to cast this spell, and you extend your hand to get these vines to grow, but nothing happens.
Oh. Wait. Oh. I didn't... Okay. That doesn't mean anything, though.
It doesn't have to.
What do you mean?
Rejoin me. I'll grant your powers once again.
But you used me.
Who was always there when the others shunned you, bullied you? Who taught you how to get your revenge? How to have fun?
You. You also locked me away, and you wouldn't let me leave.
I thought you wanted to be a dragon.
I wasn't a dragon, though. You were just pretending to be me.
Just so we could get stronger. So we could bring back your friend Jack.
You still think that we could do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I can roll a deception check for you if you want, or you can insight.
I'm gonna insight it for sure.
We can do a contested. Oh, that's a bad roll. Fuck, I'm rolling so bad tonight. This is 22. In favor for you for sure. Okay. Because I still think dragons do get a really big bonus. Hold on.
Oh, for deception? Yeah. Shit, yeah.
Actually, this one in particular does not have a deception bonus, so it would just be...
Charisma.
Well, I think mine was different. This is just a normal ancient dragon. I don't know where my Jeb one is. I'm gonna go ahead and say you win because I rolled a 2.
Okay.
So the only way that this dragon wins is if it has a plus 11. No, sorry, plus 23, 21, which I don't think it does. So, it seems to be lying to you. It almost...
You know,
the dragon almost, for the first time, almost seems afraid. And it looks, now that you've kind of adjusted the light, your dark vision's kicking in, you're focused and you're talking to it. Its voice sounds like it's fluctuating a little bit, almost like it's currently in pain.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've never really understood people at all. I don't know how to talk to anyone, really. But I think you're lying to me.
So what? What now, Jeb? You're going to wander off into the world naked, afraid, without any friends?
I've got a friend. He's right here. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
You won't last a day. Go.
Yeah.
Have your pathetic journey and come back when you realize you do need me.
All right, I will. Have a good one, mate. I show him my ass cheeks and I leave.
Okay. Jeb, you leave the cave naked. You're at the peak. You come out and you're up on this sort of high up on this mountain. Down below you see this forest toward the base of the mountain, and further back beyond you see kind of this billowing smoke from a few areas over this hill. Roll me a perception check.
Don't need spell components to do that. Or clothes. Or anything but my eyes. It's not rolling. Why is it not rolling? If it rolls 2, then it rolls 2. Who knows what roll we'll get, Grizz? The anticipation's killing me.
Oh, it is. I realize it's nighttime, but that's okay. You still see a forest beneath you, and you see some smoke as well as like a little, like you can kind of see this flickering lights in the distance, faintly.
I'm going to try and roll this again because it was not working at all. Perception. There you go. It's working now. 25.
Okay. And you do see that there, like, as you look deeper at this flickering lights, you do kind of make out that they're likely campfires. You maybe see some like canvas tents down there, or fur tents, hide tents, whatever. Seems that there's some sort of settlement down below.
I start walking towards it, and on the way I just kind of turn to Sticky and I say, "You think that I made the right decision there?" I guess so. I don't how they're gonna feel about seeing a naked little gnome, but we'll figure out.
At this time, as you attempt to talk to Sticky, usually Sticky makes these tongue noises and stuff. You're able to understand him on a person-to-person level. You still can sort of understand what the vague, in the way that you and I look at a dog and we kind of understand, like, oh, you're trying to get me to do something.
Right.
But you don't have that. You can't talk to Sticky anymore.
Speak with small beasts is a gnome feature.
Okay.
But I don't know. It could just be
True.
like, base communication. I don't know if all gnomes can physically speak to them rather than just like get across ideas.
Okay, we'll work on that. That's fine. I didn't realize that. Actually, how do I... Nope, we're sticking with it.
Cool. Sure.
Yep. So you try to talk to Sticky and you can't quite understand what he's saying besides the just vague feelings that you get from the kind of body language.
Okay. I'll shit. I don't know. I guess I'll figure that out at one point or another. Sorry, buddy.
Kind of tilts his head sideways, confused.
Keep walking.
Okay. You start to make your way down this mountainside. Roll me athletics.
Oh, good. I trip and fall on a branch and kill myself.
Yeah. So I'm going to say you heal back like half of your HP because that was your mental form.
Okay.
And this is...
Man, Roll20 is just being such a butt right now. It's not letting me roll anything until I reload the page.
If you need to roll physical, roll physical. It's completely fine.
Okay, I guess I'll do that then. Dice right here. Use this brown one. Screw it. That's an 8 -2 for 6.
Oh boy. You're making your way down this mountain when you're still trying to get adjusted to your body again. And you trip. And you just begin to fall down the hill. Down the mountain. Taking 16 bludgeoning damage as you just
That's not too bad.
until eventually you kind of hit this bush that catches you, and you find yourself in the forest below with these trees overhead. It's gotten a little darker down here. The stars are a little more masked by the treetops. And for the first time in a year, you hear the sounds of maybe some howls in the distance, some crickets chirping, the general sounds of nature, trees blowing, wind through the leaves, making this rustling noise. You feel pain, physical pain, for the first time in a while. Almost a soft comfort from this bush. As you lay here on your back.
Yeah. I kind of think for a moment about whether I even want to go down to the village or just stay here. But knowing that I don't have anything at all, I guess Jet will probably lie there for 10-15 minutes and then get up and keep going.
Yeah, you just kind of lay there. Trying to regain your composure, and just kind of being in the moment in your head, thinking about everything. Before you start to finally press along again. What are you doing as you travel through this woods? Are you looking for food source? Are you trying to, I don't know, pass the time with something in your head, a song? I mean, what is Jeb doing?
I think he's forcing himself to come to terms with the fact that he's going to have to talk to someone. Like, he was looking forward to talking to someone, but also he's going to get very, very anxious about talking to someone for the first time in a year. So he's kind of just like stealing his nerves as best he can. I don't think he's looking for food unless he's really hungry. In which case he might try and grab some berries or something on the way, a mushroom or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it.
As you try to work your way to this village you saw in the distance, it's hard to find it through the tree line anymore. You don't have that vantage point from above the trees. Roll me a survival check.
Survival. It's not terrible. 11.
So, you begin traveling the general direction you think to be the village. You get deeper and deeper into this walk as you're just kind of mulling things over in your head. When you start to feel weird, like eerie. What was comforting you before, just being back into nature, the deeper you get into the forest, the darker it's getting, and every little creak of a tree branch kind of gives you a little spook, or this owl hoots and gives you a little jump scare, until you start to hear those distant howls before getting closer. What would you like to do as these howls now, before they seemed well off into the distance. However, now they seem to be within your vicinity.
I don't have magic. So I'm going to walk away from them.
You're going to almost like try to stealth away.
Yeah.
Roll me stealth. And test.
Is this disadvantage again? Because I'm still getting used to my jigglies.
We'll say that you're kind of recovering. I'll say normal for now. It's also dark.
Okay.
A lot of variables here. 14.
What am I? 14.
Okay. You begin to sneak away. And you work your way kind of like around this tree and sort of down a hill a little bit. You see this small little creek coming through, very small, just a few steps to cross. When you get up to the creek, you see on the other side a set of eyes peering at you, maybe 10 feet off as it begins to charge at you. Go ahead, roll initiative one more time.
Oh, 5.
5. Okay. This beats you. Okay. What now is obvious to you, gray wolf, starts to lunge and jump at you, as it, with one jump, lands in front of you and tries to tear at you with a bite. That's a 22 for 9 piercing as it grabs onto your arm and starts trying to rip. How do you respond?
Do I have to make a strength saving throw?
Yes, you do.
I'm just going to say that I fail automatically because I'm -2. Yep, it's terrible.
Yeah, and as it starts ripping your arm back and forth, it finally causes you to lose your footing. Your footing wasn't great anyways because you're still kind of recovering from all that. And you fall onto the ground, and now this wolf is bearing over you.
Okay. I do not have my magic. I will... First thing that I will do is I will attempt to wild shape into a wolf.
Okay. You desperately try as a last-ditch effort to transform yourself. You dig deep, and you almost strain your muscles trying to do this transformation, but unfortunately, it does not take hold.
Yeah. In that case, I think... Oh, shit. I'll try and... I'm not trapped.
No, you're just not
Jeb
prone.
will get up. And... he's gonna try and... This is so stupid. I'm gonna try and jump on its back and just hold on. I'm not trying to like
Okay, you're gonna grapple
wrestle it or anything. I'm just trying to, hold myself there so it can't get me.
Okay, you're almost trying to like grapple onto its back.
Yeah.
So we'll do like contested athletics. So it's just gonna be the strength for the wolf because it doesn't really have athletics. 11, 7, 8. So you win this one. You grapple onto its back. What does the grapple condition do?
It means that attacks. No. Movement speed's fine.
Okay, hold on. Maybe it's not. Yeah, no, it's grappled. You technically have this thing grappled. So speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from bonus to speed. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the grappler creature from reach of the grappler. Okay, yeah. So essentially, it just can't move.
Right. Well, it's oh, you know what I'll do as well? As I'm holding it there with like my arms wrapped around its chest or neck, I'll just go like, easy boy, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Roll me a animal handling, but this is like likely,
Yeah.
not gonna do anything. But
That's fine. It's an 11.
okay. It seems to be frantically trying to throw you off of its back. It's like whipping around. It's trying to get its head, and its massive teeth are like trying to gnaw at you, but it can't quite get behind itself. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I've done plenty that turn, I think.
This wolf is going that tree that you kind of came around before coming down the hill slightly. This wolf is gonna try to like brush you off in a sense by slamming its back into the tree and rubbing.
Sure.
So that is I'm just doing an attack roll.
Sure.
But flavoring it special. 15.
Hits.
Okay. I'll roll the damage on that.
I think my AC without armor is 12. I want to say, or is it 8 plus Dex? 10.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2. 4, 6, 7, 9. So you take 9. I'll say it's bludgeoning for the purposes of the way it happened.
Sure.
As it slams you into this tree, trying to get you off of it. What do you do?
Am I still on its back?
Yes. Oh, never mind. No, it's fine. The tree was close enough. I was gonna say it didn't really have movement speed because it was 0, but I think it's the tree. There was a tree close enough that it could have slammed into.
Yeah. Okay. I will say Jeb is going to continue to like pet it and try and calm it down as best as he can. Is the first thing he's gonna try.
Okay.
Yeah. He wants to do it by himself. Do I even need to roll for that? Is that possible in this situation?
It's not really possible, but I mean, nothing's impossible either. I don't know.
So he's gonna do that, and then calling out is a roulette because it could attract people or it could attract wolves.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna do it. I think he's just gonna shout out and say, "Someone help me, please! Someone, I need help!"
You shout out into the woods for help. Anything else?
Is there anything else that he can do? No.
All right,
Nothing else.
The wolf is again going to just try and attack you. I'm just flavoring it as it's trying to get you off the back. I literally rolled the same thing, so 15
hits.
Okay. How are you looking on HP?
12.
Okay, I think you'll live this no matter what. That's max damage. 10.
He's got 2 HP. Great.
Okay. One. This might be your last chance to do something. What do you do?
Knowing that he's about to die, I think Jeb will close his eyes and really focus for a second, and he'll say, Bahamut, or Wild Mother, or anyone, I'm sorry. Please help me.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, dude. Religion is intelligence and I hate it. Oh, I'm proficient! Sweet.
Okay.
9.
You and your last desperate attempts for rescue reach out to the very god you shunned.
I said Bahamut too, but I don't think he's around.
And another god awaiting a response. As you do this, the wolf, I'm gonna just roll for it first. Yeah. The wolf finally gets you off of the back and bites down into your chest cavity. You feel a crunch before blacking out.
Cool.
And that's how Jeb's story ends. Just kidding.
Is it really?
No, fuck that. No, Jeb.
Mm-hmm.
This immense, piercing pain courses through your body until you become unconscious. The next time you wake up, you find yourself wrapped in this warm wolf blanket near a fire pit that the smoke is pluming out of this open gap in this hide tent made of these mismatched colors. You come out of this consciousness and you see before you this new setting. You expect to be dead. Maybe you are dead. But you've awoken into this new strange environment, sitting on maybe a stump inside this tent.
I look around. Are there any people around?
You look, and you start to kind of stir, looking for any faces. And when you do, you hear, "Gentle, gentle. Easy."
Hello? Who are you? Where am I?
Take it easy. You were messed up pretty bad by that beast in the woods.
Yeah, that's a new development for me. I'm sorry.
What were you doing out there without any clothes?
It's a little hard to explain. I was walking to a village.
I think you've made it there now. Welcome. I'm Zordar. That over there is my wife, Agnes.
Zordar. I feel like I've heard your name before.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Am I gonna run?
Oh, man. Thank you guys for watching this little Jebisode. Stay tuned because I didn't want to spoil it at the beginning, but obviously we might see Jeb again before the season's over.
Really? No, he's dead.
We'll see. So, thank you guys for watching. I do really appreciate it. Thank you, Equa, for taking time out of your day to do a little bonus side adventure. Really appreciate it. And
thank you, Grizz, for running it.
Yeah, yes. Drop a like down below. Maybe we'll do, if we can, we'll do more YouTube premieres if this worked out. I don't know if YouTube premieres are good for a YouTube channel, bad for a YouTube channel. I don't know. I've heard mixed things. But we'll see how this did. We really appreciate you guys stopping by. And we will see you all Sunday for Lost Song of Phandelver.
Oh my god.